All right, you may be considering a move to Columbus. Maybe you're thinking about Columbus versus another city around the country. Maybe you have some job offers at a couple different places, and you want to take a look at the different areas. Today, we're going to take a look at the 10 reasons why you should move to Columbus. Columbus's location doesn't get talked about as a positive nearly enough. It's within a day's drive of 50% of the U.S. population. You can easily get to the eastern centers of like New York and D.C. Even Boston's about a 12-hour drive. It's pretty easy to get to it. You can get all the way to northern Florida within a day's drive. To the north, you can get all the way to Minneapolis. It's really nice for getaways. No messing with airlines and car rentals and that kind of stuff. You just hop in the car early and you're there by dinner time. It's very convenient. Columbus has a tremendous amount of available quality education. It has everything from technical schools to community colleges, small colleges like Otterbein with about 2,000 undergraduate students, to the behemoth, the Ohio State University with its 45,000 plus undergraduate students. Columbus has something for everyone who's wanting to invest in their education. So when you have all of these education opportunities here in Columbus, a lot of these people stick around, and so you end up with a very smart community as a whole. In fact, among Ohio cities, Ohio ranks as the #1 highest rate of people with at least a bachelor's degree. That's 45.6% of people 25 to 64 have their bachelor's degree. Like I mentioned, it's the highest rate in Ohio. This obviously develops into intelligent cities as a whole. Something called the Intelligent Community Forum has listed Columbus or one of its suburbs among the 7 most intelligent communities in the world, and 7 of the last 12 years. When you think about moving to Columbus, or in any city for that matter, you're going to want to take a look at the job market. Columbus's job market is centered around being the state capital. So we have all of the state government employees available there. The Ohio State University is here, so they're a major employer in town. Other employers include JPMorgan Chase. Nationwide Insurance is a big part of the community. Bath & Body Works is here. Victoria's Secret, we're the corporate headquarters for Cardinal Health, as well as Abercrombie & Fitch. ADP released a study in September 2024, the Columbus market as the 7th best job market in the U.S., with numbers better than 89% of the metro areas that they looked at. And that's before Intel starts their program. They're building really in full force. We'll see the benefits of that in the coming years as well, but more on that in a moment. Anytime you're moving from a different area to a new one, you always look concerned about the cost of living. Cost of living here in Columbus is actually quite affordable. I've lived around the country quite a bit, and Columbus is a nice middle ground. It's not the least expensive place you're ever going to find, but it's certainly far, far, far away from the most expensive places. Here's a couple comparisons for you. This is all coming from NerdWallet. Compared to Austin, Texas, Orlando, Florida, and Atlanta, Georgia, Columbus's cost of living is 6% lower than Austin, Texas's, Orlando, Florida, and Atlanta, Georgia. 13% less expensive than Chicago, Illinois. Compared to the big cities, Los Angeles, Columbus's cost of living is 37% less expensive, with a big chunk of that being housing. Housing is 63% less expensive here in Columbus than in Los Angeles. And the big winner, compared to Brooklyn, New York, Columbus is 42% less expensive for cost of living in general, and housing is 69% less expensive. That's tremendous. So when you're considering where to move, cost of living here in Columbus is very, very nice spot. Columbus has quite a vibrant downtown. Now, Columbus being the state capital, this State House building is right in downtown. It's actually kind of right in the middle of downtown. Areas are around there that do have a lot of stuff going on. The Palace Theater and the Ohio Theater. The Palace Theater is actually in the Lebec Tower, which is one of the landmarks here in Columbus. And kind of a budding arts district area is the Gay Street District. It's already been a kind of a main shop for restaurants and bars. It has everything from coffee shops to high-end steakhouses, but it's also starting to develop a very nice reputation as a budding arts district as well. Neighboring areas that really influence downtown living is the Short North Arts District, which is really the crown jewel here in Columbus. The Arena District is right there, and the up-and-coming Franklinton area is just west of downtown as well. So downtown living and downtown in general, there's a lot going on. There's always a good vibe going on down there. If you love to eat out, Columbus is is perfect. It's wonderful. There's actually 3,800 different restaurants in Columbus. That's a different restaurant every day for 10 years before you hit the repeat button. I live near Polaris Parkway, which is kind of a shopping, entertainment, arts area. I just went through this little exercise and I jotted down places that you sit down and you can order a beer and someone would bring it to you. I got to 50 before I really had to even struggle. So it's tremendous, and that's just the one area. Actually, Condé Nast recognized Columbus as one of the top foodie cities in the U.S. Just last year, 2024. The tremendous dining scene here in Columbus. One of the very great reasons to move to Columbus is the future development is being planned or has already started happening. The crown jewel, the highlight, the one that gets probably the most headlines, definitely the most headlines, is Intel is coming to Columbus, the Columbus area. They're planning right now 2 fabrication facilities with a $28 billion investment for those 2 facilities. We're told we may get as many as 8 of those facilities in the years to come, totaling more than $100 billion in investment here in Central Ohio, which obviously pales in comparison to anything else. But there are other things going on as well. Honda is building or is nearly done with a $4.4 billion facility, a battery facility south of town. It's about 2,200 jobs that are coming to that facility. That's a tremendous amount. There's the Merchant Building, which is a $350 million project, which they're building already. We have investment over in Hilliard in a development called True Point, which is about $200 million. These are developments that here and there are all around town. These are the ones that are in progress right now, especially with Intel. With that development, much more developments coming on. So if you're thinking about moving to Columbus and you're thinking it's in Ohio, is that a growing area? Very much so. Columbus is very much a growing area. When you're moving to Columbus, you gotta get used to it being a sports town. We have a bunch of different sports to choose from. We have Columbus Blue Jackets at Nationwide Arena. They're with the NHL. Being a Buckeye fan is a lot of fun. They play out of the Shoe. That's the nickname for Ohio Stadium. We fit about 106,000 people in there. We have 6 different Heisman Trophy winners, including the only two-time Heisman Trophy winner, Archie Griffin. And Ohio State football is the number 1 team win percentage in all of college football. So we expect to win a lot, and we often do. It's a lot of fun. So this video is all about all the things that we have here in Columbus that make it an attractive place to live, but there's some other things that we don't have that make it an attractive place to live as well. We don't have mud size. We don't have earthquakes. We don't have hour-and-a-half-long commutes. We don't have wildfires that come through there. So in addition to all the things we do have, a number of things that we don't have make Columbus a very nice place to call home. I'm Craig Balster with Balster Realty Group in Keller Williams Greater Columbus. If you think about moving to Columbus, we'd be happy to sit down and talk with you, see how we can help you out.